Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Everybody knows that every successful first date should start with a prank. You know?
What?
When you pick her up and you get to the restaurant, if there's some stairs, whoops, tripped you.
What? No, God.
And then before you sit down at the table, of course, you got to pull the chair out from underneath her before she sits down.
Whoa, what hijinks?
Sure, you might break a couple bones, but at least she knows you've got a funny bone that is fully intact. And that's what Travis did, I guess, on his first date. He tried to play a prank, and maybe it didn't work out well for him because he's not getting a call back. What's up, Travis? How are you?
Hey, guys.
Oh, my God. And you still think it's funny. Listen to you laugh.
I mean, hearing you introduce it that way, I was like, yeah, it is a good way to start a date.
So you agree with me?
Let's send her to the hospital. Awesome. I mean, if she doesn't laugh at it, then she's not the one for you, right?
Now, the prank that you described in your email wasn't quite as good as the pranks that I described, but
No, it wasn't like a full contact prank.
yeah,
Okay, that's good.
that's maybe where you went wrong.
Maybe.
All right, so tell us about your prank before we get into the rest of the date.
So I picked her up, and I drove her to a Taco Bell drive-thru.
Oh, that's actually kind of funny. Like, you
sounds
made her
like-
think that that's where you guys were going to dinner?
Yes. I was like, oh, so we're here, pick whatever you want.
That's pretty funny. What's her name?
Heather.
And did she laugh?
There's a little chuckle, but, I don't think she thought it was as funny as I did.
I think you still think it's hilarious.
I can see that she didn't get it at first.
Yeah.
Well, wait, how did you guys meet?
Oh, I'm dating app.
Oh, yeah, so she probably didn't think it was a joke.
Yeah, she
I mean,
probably
that's
thought
the
so.
thing. The bar is set so low. She's like, another one?
Is that like a realistic thing that would happen?
I feel like from the stories we hear of people who use Tinder and stuff, yeah, it definitely could be a real thing.
That she was pretty freaked out. So
Yeah.
All right.
I guess it makes sense.
So you did actually take her on a real date, though?
Yes.
All right. What'd you guys do?
Oh, we just went out for drinks and had a nice dinner. It was Italian stuff, and I don't know. It was really great. She's gorgeous, honestly. Like from her picture, I was super excited. So I got reservations at a nice place, and we had a good time. And I paid for everything. And I like to tip big whenever I'm on a date. And
What, to show off? To show that you, like, have enough money? Or just because...
yeah,
Okay.
Oh, you're that guy.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Can you break $100 bill?
And
Yeah.
you, like,
just to let her know.
hold it over towards her so that she can see how much you're writing down?
Again, I sort of made it out to be like a joke, but I actually, wanted to show her.
Where you made it out like a joke, so did you actually joke with her about the tip? Like,
Yeah, it's like, gotta take care of my people. They take care of me, just,
How much did you tip?
it was generous.
Well,
I think it was around like 60%.
Whoa!
so more
So I
than
guess
half
you
of the
came
bill.
through with the joke. Dang.
Well, I mean, I started off going the other way, so I had to kind of
Right.
I'll make up for
let
it.
her know.
That's probably only good if your waiter's a dude, though, because if she might think you're hitting on her, being like, I'm going to give her such a big tip. She's always going to remember me.
Yeah, there's a gray area.
Okay, well, was your waiter a dude?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
good.
All right.
So wait, were you the guy on the date? I mean, it sounds like you're kind of a jokester, right?
I like to think. I like to have fun.
Is it natural or is it pretty put on? Because maybe she got tired of it. I mean, maybe that's a reason why she wasn't calling you back.
Maybe. There's no, there's no off switch.
There's no off switch with you. All right, always on. Okay.
You could have been, yeah.
How did the date end?
I mean, it wasn't the, entire outcome that I expected. I was kind of hoping, for a kiss or something, or invite me in, or I didn't get any of that.
Okay.
Is there
Okay.
plans? I mean, did you make plans to see each other again?
I mean, I tried, I even called her as soon as she shut the door, but
Whoa.
I couldn't really get.
You called her as soon as she shut the door. Were you attempting to be funny with that?
I just, afterthought kind of thing. Kind of played it off that way, but I didn't
Okay.
really get a chance
So wait,
to
she
talk to her about it.
she didn't answer?
No.
Ooh.
Has she answered anything?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe she's playing a prank on you.
Yeah, prank. I don't
know?
ever want to see you again.
Calling.
I mean, if that's what she's doing, pretty funny.
Yeah, it is.
I kind of
Except
doubt
if she
it.
never calls you back.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, that wouldn't be good, but I mean, if she's really kind of that way, I respect it. I like her even more.
All right. Well, we'll play a song and then come back and get your second date update, all right?
Okay.
All right, man. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
We've got a listener named Travis on the phone for a second date update right now, and he described his date as beautiful. That's the girl he wants to call today. Her name's Heather, but I was more interested in how Travis described himself. He said he's a dude without an off switch. He's just always on. And he even played a practical joke on his date when he picked her up. He took her by Taco Bell through the drive-thru and then was like, "This is dinner." And then he was like, "No, it's not." And then they went to a regular dinner, and he said they had a good time. He didn't get a kiss at the end of the night, and she hasn't answered any of his calls. But really, Travis, why are you so on all the time? Like, why don't you just ease off the gas a little bit once in a while?
I mean, that's just who I am, and women really respond to it.
Yeah,
Really?
Sounds
Well, or
like
they
it.
don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, or they don't call you back. But yeah, I mean, that means I'm guessing that you've pulled this Taco Bell prank before with other women?
I mean, sometimes it's Wendy's.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. You can never telegraph your jokes like that. You know what I'm saying?
So wait, does that mean you're doing it every time you take someone out on a date?
It depends. If it's like a dating app date, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. The other ones that you meet in person, you got a different prank for them.
Depends on the situation, but yeah, usually.
Sometimes
Okay.
he's not driving, so he can't do it.
Yeah.
I think it's what it really sounds like.
I'm just a master of surprise. It's who I am.
All right.
Okay.
Well, let's surprise Heather right now and call her and see if we can get you a second date, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Hello,
Hi, is this Heather?
this is her.
Hey, Heather, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I'm well. Who are you again?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
Okay. And what are you calling about?
Well, I'm calling you today because one of our listeners actually sent us an email wanting to get a hold of you.
Can you hold on for a second? I'm on the toilet.
Sure.
That is maybe the most honest response
Yeah.
you've ever gotten to that information.
Okay, then.
Sorry for the bad timing.
Hello? Done yet?
Yeah, hold on. Okay, I'm good. So what's going on?
Well, I just want to make sure everything's cool over there.
Yeah, you good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
All right. One of our listeners sent us an email because you went on a date with them and now you won't call them back. So they thought maybe we could help figure out why.
Oh,
It's called the second date update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up blowing them off, they can email us to get you on the phone and see if we can figure out what happened. You know, since you won't talk to them.
is his name Travis?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is Travis.
Yeah.
Travis just doesn't quit, does he?
Kind of a kooky guy who's always on. That's how he described himself, at least.
I mean, I didn't see it as that, but maybe he would describe himself that way.
How
Well-
how would you see him then?
Oh my goodness. He was just sort of obnoxious and pretentious and a little bit like controlling. I don't know. He's
Pretentious
pretty
and
terrible.
controlling. I
And
didn't get that from
terrible.
him.
Well, you weren't the one on the date with him like I was.
Yeah, not yet.
True.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I don't know. He sounded nice to me. We talked to him about your date, and he thought you guys had fun.
Oh my gosh, is he like delusional?
I mean, apparently he is, because honestly, when we asked him, like, well, why wouldn't she be calling you back? He was totally clueless.
Well, did he tell you about his precious car, his Tesla that he just got?
Oh,
No.
no, he's a Tesla guy.
He didn't tell you about it? Like, that's all he talked about the whole night.
Really?
Really? Cool.
So is he just obsessed with his Tesla?
Yes, he wouldn't stop talking about it, showing me all the features and how cool it is. And I'm like, okay, I get it. Like, you got a new car. You know, you're excited about it. I was going to give him the benefit of the doubt at first because,
Right.
you know, if I get a new car, I'd probably be happy about it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and those are cool cars. Not a lot of people get to go in them.
Right. So it was nice to get to ride in one, I guess.
Yeah.
But then we get to the restaurant, and he's still just concerned about his car. Like, I was picking out things I wanted to order because he was asking me, well, what are you going to get? What do you think about getting? And at first I wanted the margarita pizza.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, no, you'll get stuff all over your hands, and it could get in my car. Why don't you get something where you
What?
can use a fork?
Don't
Really?
get finger food. You may ruin the Tesla.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, I don't know how I'm going to get food from the restaurant into your car. It's not like we're eating in your car, but...
That would make me want to order the margarita pizza then. Yeah. I'd be like, oh, really?
Right?
Well, I'm going to order it.
Yeah, I almost did. Because then every suggestion I made after that, he kept, like, vetoing it. He didn't want me to get the lobster linguine because he was like, oh, that's really greasy.
Oh.
Is where you're going to grease up the seats in his Tesla because you get some sort of greasy food?
Well, not just that, but he thought that the smell of the lobster would somehow get into the leather seats of his car, and that his car would smell like lobster.
Does he think you're going to take a bath in lobster instead of just eating?
I don't know, I guess.
Oh, my God. And why is this guy even dating? It sounds like he's in love with his car, and no one will ever match it.
Right? He didn't even want garlic bread. Like, he sent the garlic bread back because it was too buttery.
Oh, man. So basically, this dude should not be doing anything because it could possibly maybe ruin his Tesla.
Yeah, it was really weird and really controlling too. I'm like, you can't just tell me what I can eat and what I can't eat. Like, I was really put off, and I was like, I just want the date to be over at this point.
Would the date have gone better if he let you order whatever you want and then called you an Uber so you didn't stink up his seats?
Oh, that would have been terrible too.
Look at you finding a solution to make everybody happy, Jubal.
All right, date's done. I'll meet you somewhere else. Just you got to get in an Uber. Can't drive in my car anymore because you ordered the lobster.
All right, garlic bread.
It was literally the worst date ever.
Oh,
Wow.
Ever? Wow.
Ever.
How is that possible?
Who's that?
Well, Heather, that's Travis. He's actually on the other line listening and apparently couldn't wait to talk to you.
Oh, my God. He heard the whole thing?
Yeah, I heard everything.
Well, I guess now you know why I haven't called you back.
Yeah.
Heather, I'll have you know that the Tesla, it's the most technologically advanced car that's even being made. Like,
oh my God!
People wait for years to get their Tesla. Like, they pre-order them.
Yeah, but
Like,
why?
Yeah, I get that, but like, why do you have to control what I eat? Because you're that concerned.
I mean, it's not just that I was controlling what you eat. I was controlling what I eat too. And like any of the food,
That doesn't make it better.
greasy things, greasy chocolate, no coffee, nothing that can make some kind of stain does not get to go in my Tesla.
Oh my
At
God,
all, so-
Travis.
So you don't bring the food into the car, but you could eat it in a restaurant.
You got to really wash up good, you know?
Travis,
Do
are
you?
you listening to what she's saying? I mean, at first you went from like the guy who can't stop bragging about his car, and then you went to the guy who's like weirdly controlling about his vehicle.
Honestly, you sound like someone that doesn't own a $120,000 car.
You're very right.
When you have a Toyota Corolla, you're not complaining about people eating it. But, you know, when you have a beautiful Tesla like I do, it's a different story.
I mean,
You're crazy. You made me wash my hands twice to make sure that I was clean enough to enter your car.
I mean, listen, I picked you up. I paid for everything. I tipped pretty generously. And I think, you know, using a couple wet naps before and after dinner, like, that's not a big ask.
So wait, you're saying that she owes you the hand washing because you paid for everything?
Did I mention my car cost $120,000?
What? No, I don't think you said that, Travis.
That's like a beach cottage.
yeah.
I guess.
You're
Well,
driving
yeah, I guess that
Hey.
would be like a beach cottage somewhere or a mansion in Detroit. I don't know. That's a lot of money, though.
Oh,
I
my
agree,
God.
but
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
but I don't think you're gonna have a lot of people that want to ride in your car if they can't do anything.
I mean, it's simple. You just, you know, you clean up. You don't make sure nothing smells. Make sure you didn't eat anything that smells.
Travis.
You wash your hand. I mean, it's a very expensive car.
Yeah, we got that, dude. Not only are you not going to want to have people ride it, you're not going to have anyone that wants to date you because that's all you talk about is how much money you paid for a damn car.
It's not a matter of money. It's a matter of respect.
Oh.
And if you respected me or this beautiful machine, you wouldn't bring your filthy hands in there. That's all.
Filthy hands? Travis, you made me eat a salad. Like with a fork, light dressing. There's no way I was getting anything filthy into your car. You're just being super paranoid and crazy.
Well, vinaigrette is pretty tough to get out. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
Oh my God.
Well,
Drop Stop it. There's not one apology from Travis.
Heather, would you like to go out with Travis again on a second date?
No.
No?
Absolutely
Okay,
not.
that
Are you
was
sure?
quick.
Because we'll pay for it.
I'm positive.
Uber
No, please. Don't waste your money.
Sorry, Travis, no second date.
Yeah.
Listen, Heather, this is your loss. I liked you. I had them call you. I called the radio and had them get in touch with you because I really wanted to hear from you again. But you know what? You blew it because you could have had a chance to ride my car anytime you want.
Whoa.
The ship has sailed on
Oh.
that.
You know what? I think I'm going to be just fine not having to ride your Tesla again. I think that's all cleared up. And thank you guys for actually having me on the radio so that he knows now why I'm not going to call him back and he could stop trying.
Okay, well, stay strong. Don't have any regrets.
Hey, maybe I'll see you at the bus stop, loser.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Got a text in at 78592 says, I wonder if that guy farts in his car or he stops and gets out every time he has to fart. And that is a good question.
Very good.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning talking about today's second date update. This dude, Travis, wanted to call a girl named Heather. They went out on a date and he didn't get a kiss at the end of the night or anything. He was wondering why she wasn't calling back. Well, we got her on the phone and found out she wasn't calling back because when they went to eat, he wouldn't let her order. Well, he told her not to order anything really on the menu other than like a salad because he didn't want her getting her hands greasy or smelling like lobster or anything else that could potentially ruin the new Tesla that he got.
I mean,
Even smell.
is it possible to transfer a smell of lobster linguine into a car if you
know.
don't actually have the food in the
Yeah, I
car?
don't think so, but
It's pretty
Uh,
quick.
he wasn't taking that risk.
I guess so.
Anyway, she said she didn't want to go out with him again because he's ridiculous about his car. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back. Hopefully giving away another trip to Vegas with Vegas Heartbreak or Heart Attack at 8:10.
Moving 92.5.